Hello, and first of all, if you're watching this the day that I've uploaded to YouTube, well, Merry Christmas. And if you're watching it any other day, well, then this is a review for the Creator 3-in-1 retro camera, number 31147. It's supposed to be released January 1st, but I was able to get it early at my local store. So this is a 3-in-1. The camera, you're seeing it here. I'm just going to bring out the box so you can see what else there is. And yes, I will review them all, just if you want to see it. There's also a TV, and there is a camcorder. So this is a retro camera. It's not necessarily an issue, but there's no specific brand associated with it, and that brings the price down, of course, since there's no licensing. Because that means that the levers and cranks are not necessarily all in the same place that one regular camera would have. It's basically just an amalgamation of retro cameras in general with the bits that should be there. And some of my issue actually lie with those bits. First, I'll show you the model itself, just so you have an idea of it. So here's a retro camera. And what's really cool, I don't know if you'll notice, but there's this really fun piece here, which is like a kind of like a, not a lanyard type of piece, right, that you'd have. And it's well done. It's fun. So that's obviously a very unique piece. This here is actually the inside of a very big tire that either they use for monster trucks or Lego Technic or such. So that's what they use, and I think it does the job really, really well. What I love about these 3-in-1s in general is that the reuse of parts. The reason why the price is down is that usually, like this is obviously an exception here, but usually there are no unique parts, and they just reuse parts that are readily available to make really cool models. And that you can then, you yourself, reuse to make 2 other ones within the same set. So I find that really fun. And to me, that's the spirit of all Lego. All right, so you have the side here, and the other side, you can look inside here. Oh no, I'm saying side way too much. And this is where you're gonna put the film. And this comes with 2 films that you do build. Obviously, they're not, they're unwound a bit, so you could put it inside, so you could mimic the idea of having the film negative in there, taking pictures. And yeah, it just slides in, and then you close it. Same for the other one. Now, about the bits to show you the parts that this camera does have. Yeah, here you have your viewfinder, and yeah, there is, you can see that you definitely can see through it if you want, for fun. This here is the hot shoe. So I found that well done. And these buttons here, what I'm assuming, so this would here be the rewind crank. And it's unlike cameras on the side, they really made it like an actual like full-on crank, with the Lego Technic piece. And you do feel it as you turn around. I don't know why it was bright all of a sudden. You do feel it, like literally cranking. There's nothing, no mechanism that you see inside when you're cranking it. But you do feel that crank, that ratchet. Okay. This here is the shutter release. At least I'm assuming it is. What's too bad is that it's the only one of these buttons here that doesn't have some kind of feel to it or release. There isn't. Pressing this doesn't do anything. It doesn't make it go down. There's no spring to it. None of that. Here for the film advanced lever, you do have that. So for example, tilting it this way will bring it back to this, or you could do it this way. I'm not the best at retro cameras. I know some of the parts, but for example, in this case, I don't know if it was this way that you would do it or you would do it this way. In any case, all I mean to show you is that it does have, it does use a part that makes it come back to this position, as if you are going to the next film. And here what you have is you have a knob to change the shutter speed. That's what I'm assuming. And yes, just like the crank here, it's the same. I mean, you're not seeing it here, but it's actually the same mechanism being used for both, right? With different sticks at the top, show you that it's different parts, but it's the same kind of thing. So you do feel that kind of ratchet as you turn it around. So that's the camera. Now, before I go, I'm going to show you the film inside. Yeah, once again, we're going to do this. You'll see it's apparent, and I'm not really sure what the extent is, but there's a lot of, even though the camera is gray and black, as all retro cameras are, there's a lot of use of colored bricks inside. There is this powder blue, and red. And you're seeing it all throughout. So you see it here, and you also see it, I'm going to take this out here, right there. So it's used rather extensively throughout the model. I did mess this up. There you go. So yeah, it's used quite a bit throughout the model. I was looking at the other models. It's not used in those either. It's not either in the camcorder, which is the same color, and I don't see it much in the TV either. But I don't know. Maybe it's just for the fun factor to have new different bits to make it easier to see the different details or the building, to see what piece goes on top of what. It's easier when it's a different color. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But it threw me off a little bit. This is not complete at all though. Just let you know. Now, these are the two reels of negatives. And this one here, you've got the 3-in-1 rose kit that just came out, the creator dog from last year, and the motorcycle from last year. We also have the butterflies. Here we have that surfer van, and we've got a giraffe. And yeah, it does look good. If you're wondering, these are stickers. So you have to be very precise with how you're doing it. And it's not obvious because the pieces that they're on, while they do have a central frame, the sticker is larger than that. So you have to really gauge how it works. I think this one worked out. I think they all worked out pretty well the way I did it. You can criticize me if you want in the comments. I don't mind. But that's it. So this is the camera, and yes, I will be reviewing the other pieces. Oh, before I go, it's right. So this is 261 pieces. It cost me $25 Canadian, so it's less than 10 cents a piece Canadian, which means you're in the US you're getting a great deal, piece per parts ratio. And it's important because, as you can see, there are some rather interesting pieces, like, the gears that you see. You have the very big inner wheel. And you've got this brand new lanyard bit. So yeah, it's an excellent value. I recommend it just on the building and the value of the structure alone. And I think that for $25, you can do a lot worse. I think this is a very fine set for the price. I had some issues with shutter release, but in the end, for the fun building experience that I had and the low price, for a nice looking Lego product, I have no complaints. I wish you all the best, guys. Bye.